Okay, so in New York, the race is getting very close to see who's the mayor. And Cuomo and Mondami are the biggest choices. So let's see how things turned out. If I remember, I think Trump made a message saying vote for Chris Cuomo. But here's what I think. Most likely Mondami is gonna win, and it's pretty big why, because he's going around everywhere and he's running the place he's actually running the place. And I don't like his policies. I don't like him as a person. I think he's gonna destroy New York. But we're gonna see what happens, and yeah. But New York is gonna turn from a shithole to a even bigger shithole. Because even if you get Cuomo, you're still getting a shithole. If you get Mondami, you're just getting a worse one. Well, let's see how things go.
So right now the polls are open and it's up to New
Yep.
York City to decide whether they're giving a Democratic Socialist the keys to America's largest city
Oh
and
God.
the financial capital of the world.
Joining us now with his final push on this busy election day this morning, New York City mayoral candidate Andrew Cuomo. Governor,
God.
in the last 24 hours, President Trump said, vote for Andrew Cuomo. What does that do for your campaign? What message does that send to Republicans?
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for having me. It's an important message because it's a three-way race. It's myself, the Democratic Socialist, Mamdani,
Yep.
and there's a Republican named Curtis Lewa.
Yeah.
And Curtis Lee was a spoiler. There was no chance he can win, but he can make Mondami a winner. So President Trump saying to the Republicans, don't vote for Sliwa, you're wasting your vote, that could be very helpful. Because if they don't vote for Sliwa, they would vote for me.
What do you say to the Republicans that say Sliwa's probably not going to win if you believe the polls, so I'm just going to stay home? But then Donald Trump comes out, and many Republicans live for whatever Donald Trump says. And when he's telling them to go vote for you, maybe they will go out. What's the reason a Republican should get out of bed, should leave their house, should leave the office and go vote for you?
Yeah, well, President Trump is pragmatic. He is telling them the reality of the situation, which is if you do not vote, Mamdami is going to win. Who is Mamdami? I don't know, but he's a Democratic Socialist. He'll bring socialism to New York City.
Yeah, he wants to defund the police. He wants to let criminals out of jail. He wants to privatize every industry and housing. And even for the left, this guy is far, far, far radical left in every one of his policies. But yeah, the whole point is these guys just don't understand how things work, and they think they can just make everything better. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And I heard even news that there were a couple million people thinking about leaving New York if Mondami did get elected. We'll see if that's the case, but if you move, do not fuck up Florida and Texas. Do not fuck up Florida and Texas. Not again. But yeah. Oh, I almost forgot. He also wanted to tax white people more. That was also one of his policies. But let's see how it goes.
New York City will not thrive with a socialist economy, anti-law and order, decriminalize prostitution.
Oh shit. I did not know about that part. Oh, decriminalize prostitution. Fuck. Well, I mean, OnlyFans already exist. But this is like OnlyFans times 100 on the street. Oh god, yeah, that sounds like disastrous.
So Republicans, you have to get up and come out and vote. Even if you're not voting for a Republican, you're voting to save New York City. You know, this election is not about Democrat, Republican. It's about saving the city. And that is not being overly dramatic. Mamdani is a real socialist. He's not a dress-up socialist.
He calls himself
is
that.
a government controls the means of yes. Oh no, but a radical form of socialism, right? government should control the means of production. There should be no private ownership of real estate. The NYPD is wicked and corrupt and a threat to public safety. Abolish jails. This is really an extremist philosophy that...
Oh, just so you know, my guess is the majority of his voters are out of touch, rich white girls who live with their dad and get everything for free. And my guess is that's the bulk of his voters. 100%. I can tell. I know for a fact.
just won't work for New York City. And that's what a Republican should care about, right?
So,
put the party aside for a second and vote for the city.
So, Governor, I hear the point that you're making. This audience is full of, they're aware of Mondami. We've been covering him for months and what he stands for. But what do you say to the Republicans that have concerns about how you handled the pandemic, no cash bail?
I fully agree with those questions, because it's not even to say Chris Cuomo is a good candidate. It's just he's a better bad candidate. It's kind of like, which one is better? The guy who's gonna punch you in the face, or the guy who's gonna hit you with a sledgehammer in the face? Like, obviously one is slightly better, but you're still not doing well. But let's see, because we gotta see. I hate cashless bail. They need to get rid of that bullshit. Like, that's the reason why New York has so many problems and has so many people that, they never face consequences. Nothing bad ever happens. And they get cocky enough and they do these bullshit things all the time.
And some of the things that took place in the nursing home as well. Will you apologize to those voters? Because that's something that can change this election. What do you say to those Republicans?
Yeah. Well, if you were in New York, we've had that conversation now for 2 years. And look, I was a Democratic governor for 11 years. First of all, as governor, it's different than New York City. New York State is about 50-50 Democratic Republican, right? We've had Republican governors. I had a Republican Senate. So I worked with Republicans all that time as governor. New York City's true blue. The state is mixed. And on the COVID situation, there have been numerous investigations of that. We've gone all through it. We followed all the federal rules. We did nothing wrong. Of course, we lost 80,000 people. The nation lost 1.2 million people. It was horrific. It was horrific. But everyone did the best that they could. And I think people realize that
Why not just
now.
say, I'm sorry, Governor? Why not just tell...
Full agreed. He just, dude. Yeah, he just dodged the question. Wasn't, oh, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for that. Just, oh no, here's a bunch of excuses. Okay, let's see if he says anything, because that right there makes him look bad. Let's see.
Those victims' families. Look, it was a pandemic. We were going through a tough time. I was learning on the job certain things, but I'm sorry you lost your loved one. That would help a lot for a lot of those people.
I have said that numerous times. I have said exactly that. New York had it first and worst. Nobody knew what we were dealing with. I had the best health experts from around the globe giving us advice. We followed the best advice. We followed the federal guidance. And people died in a horrific way. There were no visitors allowed into nursing homes. And I apologize for any family that lost a loved one during that time. It was on my watch. And I understand how terrible it was.
Yeah, we really were first and worst. I remember calling my family down in South Carolina saying, Mom and Dad, do not go to that party. You don't understand what's happening here. Y'all need to stay away from your friends right now and stay at home. People are losing their loved ones. My doormen, many of them lost their dad, their mom. It was really sad. Janice Dean lost both of her in-laws because of the nursing home situation. It was a really hard time for New York, and we were the first. What do you say to the people who can't afford to pay their bills here in New York, Governor? Because we know how Mamdani feels about the billionaires, about our police officers, about the Jewish community. Many of them are voting for you because of...
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, Mondami is a Muslim, and yeah, they they do not like him. They do not. He for hell no. Let's see how it
What
goes.
he said about Israel. But what do you say when people are going to go vote for him today because free grocery stores, free buses, rent stabilized, corporate tax is going to go up? Many of the people who can't afford to live here don't own a business, so it doesn't affect them.
Yeah. And just so you know, whenever they tell you free, they mean we're gonna tax you to oblivion to give you a bunch of half-assed shitty products. The best example of a government agency that sucks ass compared to a corporate one would be USPS versus Amazon. You already know USPS takes like 2 weeks to deliver your shit. Sometimes it gets lost. Sometimes they just leave a little note on your door. Amazon will deliver it to you on day one or two without problems. And if it comes broken, immediately they'll replace it. And if you don't like it, immediately they'll take it back and replace it. But yeah, that's a prime example of why the government it just sucks. The whole thing is the government has something called guaranteed payment, so they don't work hard to fight for basically anything given to you. That's the problem. That's why private businesses are usually so fast and so much more capable of doing things like that. Well, we'll see.
No bonuses for the rich bankers. And if you make 1 million
Mm-hmm.
or more, you're going to pay 2%. They might say, that's great. I don't make $1 million, so that's going to help me.
Yeah. You know, those were I call them the TikTok promises that he put forth in the primary.
TikTok promises. Oh yeah, that cancerous site.
None of them are real. The mayor is going to freeze the rent. People think it means he's going to freeze their rent. No, 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 no. First of all, the mayor has no ability to freeze anybody's rent. No legal ability. It's done by an independent board that is term appointed, and then it's only for about 25% of the housing units, called the rent stabilized units. So it will have no consequence. It will never happen. We're going to have a government-owned grocery store, one in each borough. We have 16,000 grocery stores. 5 grocery stores are not going to make a difference. Free buses. It's not up to the mayor, it's up to the state. State said they're not going to do it. It's all BS. It's all campaign rhetoric. None of it will change anybody's life.
Governor, I know Columbus Day is safe with you, so you made that clear in the past, so that's a relief. I'm half Italian. But the other thing is just about your approach. When it comes to no cash bail, when it comes to keeping prisons open to put prisoners, like Rikers Island, when it comes to sanctuary cities, are you open to maybe
get rid of the fucking sanctuary cities and deport every single last one of those bitch asses? They don't belong here, they don't deserve protections, and they don't deserve taking money away from the residents in order to house them there. They're not legal, they shouldn't be here in the first place. We should not even be protecting these losers.
taking a different take, maybe like towards what Eric Adams was doing towards the end of his term, as opposed to the severe take that we're seeing with other mayors like the mayor of Chicago?
Oh God, Chicago. Oh, I got an idea. Just show people every problem with Chicago and saying we have the perfect blueprint to not do this. We're just gonna do everything the opposite of what he does. There you go, guaranteed fucking victory.
Yeah. Well, look, cashless bail they like to talk about. That was a law that I passed 6 years ago. It's been changed 4 times since then. So it's a totally different law now than it was then. In terms of Rikers Island, I think we should rebuild it. I think it should stay open where it is rather than building county jails all across the board. And look, public safety is job one. I want to hire 5,000 more police, 1,500 people in the subway, 1,500 police officers in the subway system. That's the first priority for me. And that fits with Republicans. I want to lower taxes because we're losing companies, we're losing people.
Yep, that's true.
That fits with the Republicans. I want to pass a property tax cap on homeowners, which I did in the rest of the state when I was governor.
Damn.
That fits with the Republicans. You know, Fiorella LaGuardia said about being mayor, there's no Democratic or Republican way to pick up the garbage, right? It's a functional, operational job. And they know I know how to make government work. You know, if you live in New York, I built a new LaGuardia Airport, new Kennedy Airport, new Moynihan Train Hall, new Kaskaskia Bridge. I get things done. And you need a mayor who actually gets things done.
But Governor, if ICE sends you a detainer to your officers and they say, you have a criminal alien within your custody, are your cops going to honor that detainer and turn them over to ICE?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what you mean by detainer. But look, I was governor.
It's a criminal detainer that you guys have them in your custody. Are you going to turn them over?
If they have a criminal, yes. If they have a criminal,
thank God.
If we have a criminal,
hopefully
in
that's
custody,
true.
Yes. And I worked with the president and ICE when I was governor. So we worked through these issues. President Trump, the first time, sent the National Guard into 20 cities. What city did he not send them into? New York. Why? Because what city did he not send them into? New York. The National Guard into 20 cities.
Yeah, that one is true. 20. Yeah. But, like, it was all the states that agreed to him doing it. It was to California, and it was to Illinois as well. Although, to be honest, like, he might need to do New York. Like, it's about time.
What city did he not send them into? New York. Why? Because I was competent. He knew I was competent. We were running the state and the city well. So, you know, President Trump tends to take those more dramatic measures when he believes the city is out of control.
Like the
right?
mayor
and
of
the
San
Democrats
Francisco.
have shown they can.
Like the mayor of San Francisco. He said, I got this, and I'm going to hold off. Governor, best of luck.
Thanks,
the
Governor.
big
Appreciate
turnout is going to break your direction, and we're getting a big turnout on the lead up and then today. So look forward to talking to you after the election.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Governor.
and if you win, will you come back with us tomorrow, please?
Tomorrow I'm if I win, I'm sleeping.
Right.
All right, thank you.
Morning show hosts don't sleep.
That's right.
So we got that, man.
Yeah, but shit. Yeah, but hopefully. But yeah, it's just basically bad or basically third world country. That's just choices you have as a New Yorker. So we're gonna see what happens, and hopefully Cuomo wins, because I like Curtis Lewa, but his chances are non-existent at this point. Like it's let's be honest. But we'll see.